You're watching Talk of the Town on Cambridge Cable TV 2 and a new Concord on Orbit TV 9.
Coming up on this edition of our show, we'll find out more about interest rates from U.S. Bank branch manager Bryan Phillips. Mike Edwards fills us in on the pool opening in Boom-a-rama at the Cambridge City Park. And we offer you some road trip songs from the recent Cambridge Singers Show. It's all ahead on this edition of Talk of the Town.
From the U.S. Bank Studios, it's Talk of the Town with Perry Baranich.
And welcome to a brand new edition of Talk of the Town. We're coming to you as always from U.S. Bank Studio in beautiful downtown Cambridge. And we film the show, well actually two shows every Tuesday here at U.S. Bank in downtown Cambridge. And we thought, well, let's find out what U.S. Bank is all about because we're here and we want to give them the props and we appreciate that very much. So here to tell us all about it is branch manager Bryan Phillips. Good to see you and good to have you. And again, thank you for letting us be here on Tuesdays. I mean, this is a great place to film.
Oh, I know. You can't beat it. You can't beat the downtown and you know, it's definitely the place to be, yeah.
You know, U.S. Bank is known for financial services, and you wanted to talk about interest rates today because we've enjoyed rock bottom interest rates for the longest time. Now they're changing a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah, and I just want to talk a little bit about that because there's some pros and cons to this happening, and it depends on a lot of times on where you're at, whether you're borrowing, saving. There, you know, so there's always going to be some advantages, disadvantages. You know, and some people haven't gone through a rising rate environment, you know, in their adult life.
Wow,
you know, if you think about it, we sat for so long at those rates that was the norm, which was a very not normal environment really, but people maybe don't realize that because we sat there for so long. Now, you know, the Fed has been raising rates for some time now, but you're really starting to see some of the impact on the consumer. You know, we're starting to see some of that. So, I mean, in some extent, what we hear is when the Fed raises rates, you know, what you're hearing is they're raising the prime rate. They're raising it usually 0.25% at a time. What that does is directly affects variable rate products. So your equity lines of credit, your credit cards, things like that are going to start to see an impact right away. You know, the equity lines, people see that. I don't think maybe credit cards, they don't pay attention as much to their rates and what's happening, and they're not realizing they're starting to see those climb, you know, and so, you know, we've got the Fed raising rates, getting close to almost 2% now in the last year and a half. They expect the Fed to raise, you know, 2 or 3 more times this year, and they're going to watch inflation to see how aggressively they're going to go. But
and this is all tied into inflation.
It is, you know, they try to get this, you know, to pick things up because this is a more normal business environment. They need to get it out of the, you know, they need to get things going. But what happens is they got to watch inflation because if it gets going too much, then it starts to be an issue. And so what the Fed does is when they're lowering rates, they're trying to cool things down a little bit. So they don't want it to go too fast, too soon, or things are going to go up too much. Inflation's going to go up, and then you're going to be, you know, you're going to have a problem. So they're trying to balance this out right now, get the economy rolling, but not do it too fast. But you know, I think what we need to talk about is the fact, you know, a lot of people refinance their homes when the rates were low already. You know, so that's kind of been taken care of. But what, you know, credit card debt, I mean, most of us have credit cards. A lot of us carry balances. And, you know, right now is one of those times where you got to watch and you want to make sure that you're not carrying too much of a balance on a high interest card. As rates are going up, you know, your payments are going up. You're paying more for the stuff that you're using. I mean, a lot of people do use cards where they pay them off every month, and that's great. But, you know, some don't. And, you know, for example, at the bank, we have a product that's, you know, we call it a premier loan, but it's basically an unsecured loan and it's a fixed rate. So this would be a time where you look at, and it's primarily a lot of times used for credit card consolidation. So while you may have refinanced your home, maybe you didn't pay off all those credit cards.
Talk about that, credit card consolidation. What's the benefit of that?
Yeah, the benefit is, you know, most of us, and the credit cards, if you're paying the minimum payment, it's going to take you forever to pay it.
Right.
You know, now I know most card companies now will disclose, you know, hey, if you pay this much, you'll have it paid off in 3 years. You'll see that on your statements. But what the unsecured loan does is it basically gives an end term to this. So you've got, say, 2 or 3 credit cards out there with balances. You're paying minimums and you just keep paying and paying. You do this loan, you can consolidate them all into one loan, one payment. It's a fixed rate for the whole time. And then at the end of it, it's gone. Where, you know, you're not going to just keep feeding the monster that way, you know. So that's the idea. So right now, you know, take a look at what you've got. If you've got some out there, you know, talk to us about it because we can run some numbers and say, you know, hey, if we, you know, you pay this for over 3 up to 5 years, you can term it out depending on your comfortability of the payment.
Which is a great thing to get those credit cards paid off because the worst thing you can do is just continue to have a balance. I mean,
so anything variable like that you want to look at in this environment.
Okay. Are there any benefits to higher interest rates?
I mean, the benefits are, in that kind of environment, you're seeing that the economy, that typically means things are going well on the ground, that things are picking up. The benefits more on the savings side of it. What you're going to see is your CD rates, your short-term interest rates start to rise. So there is some benefit. If you're in your life cycle where you don't carry a lot of debt, you're now at the point where you're trying to save money, you're trying to put some money back for kids, grandkids, this starts to be a little more beneficial. But it does take more time for those rates to start to rise. But we are now starting to see your 12-month CDs, 18 months, 6 months, things are starting to come up. So that's what you want to look at. Do some, look to see what's going on with that and see if you can make a little money.
Is there a benefit right now? Say you have a variable rate. Would there be a benefit from going into a fixed right now?
Yeah, now would be the time to do it because we don't expect rates to stop going up anytime soon, and we don't expect them to obviously be going down anytime soon. It's a cycle, and I mean we're in this period where we're at this point. At some point it'll plateau, and how long that lasts we don't know, and then the economy will slow down and we'll go back into hopefully not a recession like we did last time, but that's just a normal ebb and flow of the economy. So now is the time if you haven't, because it's not going to get any lower anytime soon.
So you guys can take care of that here.
Yeah, I mean we can take a look at everything, say here's the benefit. We can run the numbers and tell you if it makes sense or not.
Yeah. And that's the key, is just sitting down with somebody like Bryan who knows, run the numbers and see if it does make sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you got. It doesn't cost you anything to look at it and say, let's do it, or, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and, we'll revisit it in a year and see what happens.
We've got less than a minute. Why should somebody choose U.S. Bank?
U.S. Bank's been around a long time. Good, we're solid. We're very listed one of the most ethical companies of any company out there. So when we're making decisions, we're making credit decisions. We're taking a lot of things into consideration, and we're a conservative bank. So we're not going to stretch somebody thin. We're not going to put you in a situation where you can't make your payment just because you want that money. We're going to look at it and give you some advice and say, even though you want to borrow that, your current income, your current situation, you might not want to do that. So we're more of an advisor in that sense to help you work through these things than just saying, sure, here's the money, and then hope you make the payments.
Okay. Stop by U.S. Bank and see what they can do for you. They've been around, as Bryan said, for a long time. Bryan Phillips, thanks for coming in. Thanks for that great information, too, that all of us can use.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
All right, back with more Talk of the Town right after this.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys that teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Ruth Dixon and her crew bring you the things you need to decorate your home with country charm and warmth. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/YRPTV and be sure to subscribe.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town. We're coming to you from U.S. Bank Studio in beautiful downtown Cambridge. And a lot of you, the weather's turning nicer. Everything's green. It's warming up. And you start thinking about doing things outside. And one of those outside things that you think about doing is going to the park. Here to tell us about Cambridge City Park is Director Mike Edwards.
Perry,
good to see you.
Good to see you,
I
Perry.
haven't seen you since last Boom-a-rama, I think.
Boom-a-rama.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, and funny you'd mention that.
Funny
you would mention that,
Because we're going to talk about that.
Oh, my, I can't believe we're right on top of it again.
We're almost
not
there
immediately,
again.
But, I mean, you're talking 60 days, and we're about there.
Yeah.
It's just, time just flies. So obviously we're in the fundraising stages. We got to get the show paid for. We've talked with Jason with Extreme Pyrotechnics, and he's got some changes in order this year that I think is going to make it a better show. If we can do that, I don't know. You're always limited by dollars.
Keyword is if, and that's where where the community comes in, because you have to have the donations to be able to do that.
We do, and I mean he does a great job of working with us to provide the most we can with the money we've got, and that's what we were surprised. I met with him about a week ago, and he says, "Oh, we can do this, and I want to do that, and I want to do that," and it's nice to see. Well, I call him an outsider, but he's really not. But it's nice to see him get excited and take such a personal interest in how our show looks when he really has no connection to this area other than that.
That's why it turns out so well every year.
It is. He takes a personal interest in it and tries to get the most out of our money. And for that reason, we know it's going to be another great show, and there's going to be some surprises.
I know you take, corporate donations are so needed for this, but just individual donations, $5, $10, they work out too.
It all adds up. I mean, it's all money, and don't feel like your donation or your contribution isn't important, because it is. It's everybody getting behind it, and $5, $10. Is just as important as the $500 ones.
$1 million would work out well too.
$1 million would work. That would we might grandfather that in the next couple of years. I hate to shoot all that much at once, but I guess if we have to, we could. I wouldn't put that past the mayor.
More booms. More.
Might be where
if
we
you can see it from space station, then you're okay.
That's
right.
You
are good.
Yeah, if the street lights go out, then that's what we're after. But
this is a day-long event. Of course, it all happens on the 4th, Boom-a-rama, and you've got other activities planned beside the fireworks, Boom-a-rama itself.
It is a day-long thing. I mean, of course, it's a family day first and foremost, and people do have their cookouts and they have their own activities they go to. But if they want to come to the park, I mean, Don Koss, the Post 84 Legion baseball tournament is an annual event. Some great baseball all weekend. Little League is kind of on the fringe of wrapping up at that point, so those are done. But Junior Legion continues to play, and it's a good tournament there. Of course, ice cream at Parkside. The city band will be down there. We'll have some other attractions and a few things that are still floating. But it'll be a good day. We're looking forward to it.
It's an old-fashioned celebration of the 4th of July.
Yeah.
It's basically what it is.
Yeah, I think that's right. And it's just nice people to get out. And last year, we were blessed finally with decent weather. And, we're hoping for that, of course, again.
Yeah. But when those thunderstorms roll through the last several years, I mean, it's just been like, hold on and watch the fireworks.
Yeah, well, you want to be watching your kids instead of the radar.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody's been doing. So hopefully this year we'll have another good event.
Let's talk a little bit about the pool.
Okay. We probably should. Traditionally, Memorial Day weekend is when we open out there. Just in case anybody's driven past and you've seen it, there is some equipment up there. There's some backhoes and track hose, and we've got a couple issues right now. We've got some leaks. The pool has been there 22 years, and we've never had a significant issue. Thank goodness we've got a good contractor in there now that's working with us some pretty long evenings this week to try and isolate those problems. And we're on the downhill side of it, but water runs downhill too. So we're still patching. Some pretty significant leaks in the lines. It may delay the opening a couple days. We're not sure yet. Chemicals should be delivered tomorrow, and that takes a little bit of a balancing process. But typically we go through that a little sooner, but we just haven't been able to do it this year because of the water loss.
So just bear with these guys, because Mike showed us, Adam and I, the pictures of what's going on, and it's a lot of work. So just bear with them. They're working as hard as they can.
Trust me, we're sick that we've got this to worry about, because we were on schedule. Marty was right on schedule with everything, actually ahead a little bit. And we started losing water and thought, boy, we got a problem someplace that we've never had. So as I say, we've got Jerry Cowd and his crew is hard at work, and they've spent some long evenings this week So we're trying to get it wrapped up as soon as we can.
Okay. We've got about a minute and a half or a little bit less. Just talk about the park. Is it available to use year-round?
It is. It is a year-round, it's a public facility, and it's there. Kids can play baseball, adults. We have a lot of groups that come in unorganized and play baseball. We do encourage reservations for someone that wants to come out. Naturally, if we have a reservation, it's going to take priority. But it is a family atmosphere, and it's open all year. Pavilions are open to the public, but again, this time of year you get a lot of graduation parties,
family reunions,
wedding showers,
all of
reunions,
those things,
and things like that. People like to know when they show up, they've got a place that's prepared, that's clean and safe, and the trash is emptied, and so we do take reservations for that.
How do people make reservations?
Through the park
30
office.
seconds, just through the park office?
Through the park office, yeah. Just give us a call, 432-3287. We can make your reservations there. A few open that for this weekend, a few on Monday, believe it or not. That's usually a busy day. But there is still some room out there if you want to come out.
Take advantage of the beautiful setting at the Cambridge City Park. Mike Edwards, good to see you.
Perry.
And we'll be hoping that everything goes well with the plumbing issues.
Yeah, we'll get some of that flex tape. That seems to be the thing to do. Everybody
if anybody has any, let Mike know.
Give us a roll. Give us a roll. We'll wrap that around there and see if that works.
Mike, thank you.
Okay.
Back with more Talking the Town
Thanks.
right after that. We'll see if it works.
We'll try.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website, website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services. U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
Welcome back to Talking the Town, coming to you from U.S. Bank Studio in beautiful downtown Cambridge. We hope you're having a great day today. And we are coming up on the Memorial Day weekend. A lot of you will have a long weekend, and a lot of you will be taking road trips. Well, the Cambridge Singers recently took a sort of road trip with their show titled Life is a Highway. So what we'd like to do right now is offer you some excerpts from that great show.
Life's like a road that you travel.
That was a great show, as I'm sure a lot of you went to see it would agree. Hey, a lot of you are going to be traveling this Memorial Day weekend, so please be safe, and we'll be back to wrap it up right after this.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys that teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
That's going to do it for this edition of Talk of the Town. Thank you for watching, and thanks to our guests, Bryan Phillips, Mike Edwards, and the Cambridge Singers. And we're going to be airing a special tourism edition of Talk of the Town on June 8th, featuring Guernsey County's Debbie Robinson, Noble County's Alan Fraley, and Belmont County's Barb Ballett, and they're going to let you know what all there is to do and see in our area. I know, great place to stay. For our producer-director Adam Green, I'm Perry Bronich. We'll see you next time on Talk of the Town.
U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Ruth Dixon and her crew bring you the things you need to decorate your home with country charm and warmth. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys that teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door. Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website, website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services.
The Old Country Loft features country curtains in stock or order that special design to customize your decor. You can also pick out braided or decorative woven rug from her large selection in stock. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
You're watching Talk of the Town on Cambridge Cable TV 2 and a new Concord on Orbit TV 9.